Skyzone.Society.
Yo, what's going on, my peoples out there? You already know what it is. If you don't, it's the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? I'm one half of your host, your boy Big V. I'm here with my guy. You see him. You know what I mean? If not, you hear him on the Soundcloud. What's good, my guy?
What's going on, man? Yo, you know it's your boy Corey, aka Cool C, aka COOL. What the hell? For those who's checking us out on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the sign back there, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man.
We see it. We see it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You tune into some great sports talk. Before we jump into it, you know what I mean? I gotta let you know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, that is Skyzone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. You know what I mean? We got you covered over there with the sweatsuits, the hoodies, the jackets, you know what I mean? The tees, the candles, all that, man, for the women and the men. We got you over there, man. Man, what's good with you, bro? How was your week, man? What's been popping off, man?
Man, trying not to be a Debbie Downer this week, man. You know, I normally riff about sports and, you know, which is all secondary to life. You know, my best friend, aka my brother, you know, lost his mother this past Sunday. Out of respect, I'm not going to put his name out there. I'm not sure if he would want that.
I know you talking about.
Okay, yeah. So you know, that's my brother right there, man. Just don't take life for granted. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was a great woman. She was a second mother to me. And you know, if you listening, you know you ain't nothing but a phone call away. I'm gonna support him in every way that I can during this tough time. Him, his sister, you know, kids, whatever. But nah, man, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's been real, you know, it's real out here. That's part of life too, unfortunately. So, you know, we're outside of that, you know, which is enough. Man, we've been good, man. How about yourself?
Definitely, man. Yeah, man, peace and blessings to the homie family. You know what I mean? Him and his sister as well. You know what I mean? I definitely know. I know them. You know what I mean? So definitely, man. Peace and blessings to them, and condolences and all that, man. For real. Yeah, man. My week, you know what I mean, been all right. Again, just homeschooling the kids. It's almost album. You know what I mean? That just keep me going. But it's almost album time, so I'm gearing up. I'm stockpiling. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I can look in your eyes and tell that you cooking up something marvelous over there. The fire, your eyes are turning red right now of the fire that is burning to release, some of the hotness. You know what I'm saying? I can tell.
Man, boy, that's all I can say, Corey. It's almost time, man. We about a month away. But you know, I'm gonna put it out early. You know what I mean? For my physical copy people, my digital copy people, they want no personal joints. So I keep you on the standby for the new album. We already know how we do. You know what I mean? But,
all right.
Other than that, man, again working on the album, taking care of the fam. I'm getting some repairs done to the crib. You know what I mean? So
okay.
Yeah, man, gotta get some bathroom repairs. You know what I mean? And get some new flooring in the hallway. You know what I mean? So I got people in and out the crib. You know what I'm saying?
I would say, is it more repairs or more so remodeling? That's a fair, you know, that's the question.
It had to be done. You know what I mean? It's more on the repair side. You know what I mean? / remodeling because
I know how that goes.
You know, because my it's something that my wife, you know what I mean, wanted to do anyway. So it's kind of like timing kind of, you know what I mean, pushed it upon her to say, oh, since it's like this, we can go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's kind of like
let the wheels start turning. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So people in and out the house doing all that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's a headache, but a blessing at the same time. You know what I mean? You know how it is when people working in your crib. You know what I mean? And they doing work, man. And you trying to homeschool now too. You know what I mean? And then we all masked up in there now because we got strangers in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
real quick, whenever we have someone of a service capacity come over to the crib, man, I'm talking about the minute that they leave, man, the whole thing. We got some Lysol and some daggone Microban. And I'm talking about the same way your boy Kyrie Irving like to do that whole sage. I have the Lysol bottle in one hand, the Microban in the other hand, and it's that whole 360. Okay, we're spraying that energy up out of there. It's up out of there.
Fam, if you think I'm not doing the same thing, bro, I'm walking around as soon as they leave. But listen, before they come, I'm already Lysoling down the crib. You know what I mean? Before they come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then we maxed up. So then when they leave, I'm doing the same thing, man. Spraying, you know what I mean? Doing, wiping down the door and all that. I'm not playing with this COVID, bro.
Got to.
A matter of fact, how your family doing? I know you said last pod you had some family dealing with the COVID.
Hey man, thanks to them being vaccinated, man, they both are at full recovery. One is back at work. And the other one, the only reason he can't go back is because he keeps testing positive, but physically he feels fine. You know what I'm saying? So the vaccine did its job though. The fact that they still here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Need I say more?
Hey man, it's like Jalen Rose said, man, this thing is like a seatbelt. You know what I mean? You get in the car, a seatbelt, you know what I mean? It helps you to stay alive, you know what I mean?
Best analogy I've ever heard. So
ever. If you can still get in a car accident and still die, but it helps you stay alive. It's that percentage, you know what I mean? It's that percentage.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, because the guy I'm talking about, he's diabetic. You know what I'm saying? So
high risk. Yeah.
And he's the one who, between him and the other person, he's the one who took it the hardest. He's the one had to have like an infusion to keep from going on a ventilator, and he was vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? But with that underlying issue, that was kind of because real quick, we all, for the most part, we already know what it does if you're not vaccinated. Like that. That's almost a given at this point, but you don't really hear too much about people who are vaccinated with the breakthroughs or whatever you want to phrase it. I was super curious as to how that works with the vaccinated, but I'll say this, they're still alive. So works good enough.
Works well enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Works well enough for me. You know what I mean? And we'll leave that there because you know what, Corey? You know who ain't working for me?
Oh man. And this is my guy.
Oh, this your guy? This your guy?
My guy.
You know what? You know what?
Former 49er. He's my guy. And I've been riding for him as long as I could, but I'll let you introduce the story. He's my guy though. I claim him. He's my guy.
Ladies,
it ain't looking good though. Oh my God.
It's not looking good at all. And it's not gonna look good when I'm done when we done with this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. Yo, man, this weekend, if you into college football like I am, I'm a huge college football guy, and my team is the Michigan Wolverines. Been riding with them forever since I was a kid. You know what I mean?
I did not know that.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's gonna get personal here. It's gonna get personal.
Oh,
it's like that.
It's about to take a whole different tone then. Okay,
it's
I digress. I'm gonna let you rock.
It's like that. You know what I mean? So people out there in the zone land, you know what I mean? If you weren't aware, Michigan played Michigan State this weekend. Big rivalry game, if you're not aware. Big rivalry game. Huge. You know what I mean?
Hell of a game too.
At one point, I think Michigan was up, I want to say, almost then 30-16 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Up. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, they came back. Michigan State, that is. Came back and won the game 37-33. I know y'all like, big deal. If you've been paying attention, you probably like big deal. Michigan lost one game, right? 6-1, something like that. It's a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's a huge deal. The question is, after this loss, is Jim Harbaugh's coaching future with Michigan in jeopardy, right? That's the question I'm posing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only one way to answer that question. And it's fuck yes. It is over. Let me tell you, and if it's not over, it needs to be. Let me tell y'all why. It's only one loss. Nah, it ain't just one loss. Like I told y'all before, I am a huge college football fan. Let alone a huge Michigan guy. Been a huge Michigan guy. And I'm talking about, I was rocking with Michigan back in the Fab 5 days. And I'm talking about not only basketball, but football as well. Been a Michigan guy. Yo, okay. I want to read some key points, you know what I mean, Corey, to make my argument here. To make my argument here. For the people who don't know, and maybe to even put you on some game that you didn't know.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question, Corey. Yeah. Do you know what year that Jim Harbaugh took this job?
I'm going to say 2015.
2015.
2015, okay.
2015, right?
I know he coached my 49ers back in 2014. That's how I know.
2015. Do you know his record against Michigan State?
He got at least one win, right? I remember that point. I remember that from 2016.
I help you. 2 wins? I help you out. He 3-4. He 3-4. 3-4. Almost 7 years. He's 3-4. And you say, not bad, because if he didn't lose Saturday, he would have still been 50%. A little bit above 50%. You know what I mean? Maybe 4-3 if he would have won. Not too bad, because Michigan State ain't no slouches, right? Got it. Right. Got it. Right. Got it. Okay. Ask you something else, right? He's been there almost 7 years, almost 2022 now, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many times he's beaten Ohio State?
Unfortunately, that I do know.
Oh, okay. Would you like it? Okay. So, 2015 to almost 2022, you haven't won not one game against Ohio State. And by the way, for those that aren't avid college football watchers, those are our rivals. Oh, so you still don't get the picture, right? Imagine this. For all my college basketball fans out there, can you imagine your favorite team not beating your rival not once in 7 and almost a decade? Let me put that out there now. Let me paint the bigger picture. In over half a decade. You get that, right? Okay. Imagine Carolina not beating Duke in over half a decade. In over half a decade. I'm going to just paint that picture right there. Because I want y'all to feel me on this now. Whatever your favorite rival team, imagine them not beating them in almost half a decade. You know why? You know why this hits home with me? Because guess what? I'm going to share a little bit of tad bit of information. I'm going to jump back on task. Yo, I played football in high school, right? Kinston High. Shout out Kinston, K-Town 252. You know what it is.
Word up.
Our rival was Greenville Rose. In 4 years of high school, we never beat them. We never beat them in my 4 years of high school, right? Never. Terrible. I can't even imagine how the players are feeling that have came in and out of that program the last 7 years. Let alone if you've been to the last 4. We'll put this in perspective and keep it the last 4. You haven't even won not one game to Ohio State. Oh, and by the way, if you check the scores the last 7 years, it don't even be close.
The only one one that was close was the first time that they played, and I actually thought that y'all got screwed out of that. But yeah, you're right. After that, it wasn't even close.
Six out of 7 times. It has been a blowout on behalf of Ohio State, kicking our ass. And I'm talking about a hell of a convincing blowout. Not even
tough to watch.
Tough to watch. Like you flipping the tube.
Tough for you.
Oh, bruh. You talking about, I'm in the second quarter like, I don't even know I'm going to make it to halftime. Corey, I want to ask you something else. Did you know that he just signed a new contract this year?
Yeah, I did. And I knew it was basically new is kind of a tough word, technically redone. In other words, I knew he
restructured.
Took less money. He took less money.
He took less. Would you like to tell the people how much he's getting paid now in his new contract, or should I share that information? Do you have that information? Because I do. I don't. I know it was less. I don't know how much. Don't trip. I got it. Don't you even trip, bro. I got it for my people out here in the zone land. I want to tell you, he signed a new contract, 5 years, $21 million. Corey.
So that's a demotion? I'll take a pay cut for $21 million for the next 5.
Now you see why I'm like, he took a pay. I'm surprised. But you know what I'm more surprised about? I'm more surprised about whoever is giving him these contracts. Because let me tell you something. You're not going to come in my program and not have beaten my rival in over half a decade and going to see $21 million for 5 years. Let me tell you something. If when we would have came to that meeting, do his contract, it wouldn't have been no contract. It would have been his fucking bags packed. He's overstaying his welcome. He should have been gone, Corey. And over half. Let me tell you something, man. And I'm not even going to, you know what? I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to just say it like this. If it had been any other coach, he wouldn't even have lasted over half a decade. They would have gave him 2 to 4 seasons. Let alone, and I'm just going to say this, not even trying to paint any other card here, but if it had been a black quarterback, maybe a season or 2.
You took the words right out of
my bad, my bad, not quarterback, but coach would have been
the words right out of my mouth.
A season or 2. I mean, hello. How fast did they get Lovie Smith out of Tampa?
Oh my gosh!
Okay. How fast? And I could be wrong. How fast did they get Todd Bowles out of New York?
Didn't take long.
Okay.
Didn't take long.
Got it. Okay. All right. Corey, I got another question. Do you know? Not even a question. I want to inform you something. Do you know? With that 5 years, $21 million, right? Do you know that breaks down as a base salary of $605,000?
My God.
My bad. 605. Yeah, you're right. $605,000, right? Corey, listen to me, man. I'm not gonna be paying this guy this money when first of all, you haven't even beat our rivals. You know what I mean? Second of all, have you had us in the big playoff picture? Top 4?
No.
Have you had us in any of our great traditional college football bowls? Name them. Have we been there?
Let's see. I know the players. You got the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Sugar Bowl,
Cotton Bowl. What we been at? Where we been at? We've been in the goddamn used tire bowl half the time he been there. We've been at Moe's used tire bowl, and we paying all this money. No, Corey, he has to go. He's overstayed his welcome. It's time. What are your thoughts, man?
You know what, Big V? I have been probably the last guy to get off the John Harbaugh bus. My affection for this man comes from what he did prior to the 49ers and what he did with the 49ers. You know, what he did with Andrew Luck in Stanford, freaking insane. Taking my 49ers to 3 straight NFC championships and a Super Bowl appearance. I just wasn't used to that. And the thing about Jim Harbaugh, man, his change is instant. It's almost like flipping on a switch prior to Michigan. And when I think of John Harbaugh, I think of a guy who can get a quarterback, mold a quarterback, be that QB whisperer like he did with Andrew Luck in Stanford. Like he did, and look, what he did with the 49ers the first year, shout out to Colin Kaepernick, he got Alex Smith to the first NFC championship.
No question.
Out of our run. And I'm saying that not to knock Colin Kaepernick because he's my guy. But when I say Alex Smith was really just a mid-tier quarterback. Nothing special, not bad, kind of like Kirk Cousins-ish. You know, I wouldn't even put him in the Matt Ryan category. He did that, okay? He took the same roster that Mike Singletary had, who I also love, and got him to an NFC championship next year, Big V. And then when Colin Kaepernick came out, who just did not have a ceiling, we blew the lids off and went to the Super Bowl. And so I know this guy at my job, the diehard Michigan State fan. And when things ran thin with Jim Harbaugh at San Francisco, I said, dude, you got to take this guy. He's a Michigan Wolverine fan. I said, you got to take this guy. I said, I would almost knock somebody off to have him in 49er land for another 5 years. I said, y'all are getting the Jim. He is good with quarterbacks. And not only that, let's go back to the scenario with Michigan before he got there. Okay? Y'all won't even selling out stands anymore to go to football games. It was getting to the point where people did not want to go to a Michigan football team. You know, one of my favorite rivalries growing up as a boy in regards of college football was Michigan and Notre Dame. That's one of my favorites. You know, and it's like in the 90s, it was always competitive, and it just kind of seems like it really fell on deaf ears. I'm like, this is a no-brainer. And I don't think anybody regrets the hire initially. Now, here's where it gets real. College ain't like professional, man. You know this better than anybody. I'm like, okay, cool. He ain't going to really have a problem recruiting. The proof is in the pudding. You've seen what he did with Stanford. You've seen what he did with the San Francisco 49ers. This is a Super Bowl attending coach, okay? I'm like, oh, for sure, he's going to be able just to recruit a household name quarterback. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. And here's the deal. And I don't really think I'm alone with this. You brought up a great point in regards of college and rivalries, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. Of course, you root for a team, you want to win it all. You definitely would want to win the college football playoffs. But for a lot of teams, just due to the structure of college football, it's really not feasible, right? So then you go down, not even go down, but it's kind of like an at least type scenario, right? At least. And what do you mean by that? Rivalries. Rivalries is the lifeline and the blood that flows through the veins of college athletics. Okay, you may not win. We may not win a championship. We may not. But man, we about to slap Ohio State around for a little bit. You know, we're going to go back to making sure that Michigan State is the little bro on the block. Like, we probably can't get that, but we could beat y'all. And I'm like, okay, bring up that first Michigan and Ohio State game. And I can't remember the play exactly, but I think it was like a measuring call or something like that. And they didn't get it. And Ohio State took over, scored, and that was that. And I was like, okay, this is where you get to the point to where you know, sometimes the teams you root for, it's almost like, man, would you rather get blown out or would you rather just come close but just come up short? And at least if you come up short, you can have that to reinvigorate you for the next time you play, because it ain't like you slapped us by 29, 30 points. You know, no. And when I saw the game next year, that following year, I'm like, ugh, this is tough. But, you know, your boy Urban Meyer was down in Ohio State. I'm like, okay, well, you got a good coach in Jim Harbaugh going against a great coach in Urban Meyer. Maybe Herb just has Jim Harbaugh's number. All right, cool. Well, Herb ain't there no more.
No.
You got Ryan Day. I'm like, okay, he's a new head coach. Man, yo, this is going to, I was telling my wife, because even my wife is fully aware of the drama, okay? And the first thing she said, Big V, I got to give my wife a ton of credit. The first thing she said, oh, Jim Harbaugh got to beat him this year. And I said, you are 100% correct. He has to beat him this year with the inaugural year of Ryan Day being Ohio State's head coach, Big V. It just has to happen, right? It's going to happen.
No.
It doesn't happen. And so I'm like, okay, all right. And then the year after that, the second year of Ryan Day being there, okay, cool. Maybe Harbaugh is not familiar with Ryan Day's style of coaching. So now that he kind of knows and kind of eyes it down, I could kind of adjust. You know, it's kind of like when you're in the boxing ring with somebody or your favorite boxer, and it's like you catch them off guard that first time, but in that second time, you done seen the blueprint, so you kind of adjust. That too failed to materialize with Jim Harbaugh. And so I'm like, okay, cool. He's about to, now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the initial term of his contract was a 10-year or something like that, or close to 10 years.
Yep.
And I was even hearing, I don't know how true this was that they was even thinking about giving him a lifetime contract or whatnot at one point. And, you know, obviously that ain't the way to go. I don't think nobody should have a lifetime contract, but I digress. And so, you know, I look at all of this and I'm like, okay, cool. He's about to be out the door. And I get some of the trepidation of maybe the AD not wanting to necessarily throw him out on his ass and get rid of him. And while I still think you can't live your life being afraid to try to move forward, you can't just, Michigan can't stay like this. It's not working. This year was, to me, the year that y'all was going to break the playoffs. I really, like, for all I know, it still can. Like, let me see where y'all, let's see. Y'all are ranked number 7. I mean, you got Cincinnati, Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan State, Alabama, and Georgia in the way. Now, for all I know, the Georgia and Alabama might settle itself in the SEC Conference Championship with one of them drop out the top.
Corey, listen.
I'm trying.
Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
As a fan of Michigan, let me tell you how this happens, right? Every season. When we lose to Michigan State, it's a snowball effect. This is why I'm so pissed off. Because this was the year that it wasn't supposed to happen. Because I knew if we beat Michigan State, it wouldn't be a snowball effect. Now I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen. We're gonna lose half of the next games that we have. Ohio State is a L. Cincinnati, have you seen Cincinnati? Okay, I promise you, don't take them lightly. Let alone like that right there puts us out. Damn near one loss puts you out. Understand that?
Yeah.
Then it depends on who you lose to. You feel me? And how you lost.
Yeah.
Yo, you think the committee not gonna be in that room and say, hey, those guys was up there and there's 16 points. They gave that game away. Nah, don't even worry about the playoffs, big dog. Don't even worry about the playoffs. No. You don't deserve to be here. You don't. No. We have no fucking chance. We have no chance now. He blew it. Because I'm going to tell you, when I'm looking at that schedule, with him being the coach, I'm already marking Ohio State as a loss. That has to be our only loss on that schedule for us to make the playoffs in that division.
And that's the last game of the season. So y'all have Indiana University coming up next. Y'all should be able to get them, depending on the effect of the snowball effect that you're talking about. You got Penn State, at Maryland, and then, of course, in and off with Ohio State.
All those up in there. Indiana might be a win. Maryland, we'll see. Ohio State, definitely not. And what was the other game?
Penn State.
Oh, we don't.
They're having a down year.
They are. But we never know. Hey, so was Appalachian State when they beat us. I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave that there, Corey.
You know, the answer to the initial question of, you know, is his career in jeopardy? It should be. It should be. It really should be. And if it's not, then I don't really know what to say about the athletic director, whoever that is at Michigan. Look, man, you tried it. It didn't work. You can't be so scared of going back to non-sellout games and stuff like that. You just can't. You can't. It's that team. You know, real quick, I remember, you see this a lot more in NFL football. And I remember Coach Marty Schottenheimer, and he used to coach the then San Diego Chargers, right? And he got fired on a 14-2 regular season. And that was when I really started getting into, I didn't really get into like sports watching until I was like in college already. And so I asked my dad, I said, Dad, have you ever seen anything like this? Like, who in the hell gets fired 14-2 in the NFL? You know how hard it is to go 14-2. And he was like, yeah, son, you're right. He said, but you can't get over the hump. I was like, yeah, but he's 14-2. But son, he can't get over the hump. He gets to the playoff. He gets bounced in the first round every single year. Every single year. With the dynamics of college, you losing to a team that you should not lose to. Again, to me, in regards to college football, I'm an East Carolina Pirates fan, right? We, in 3 of my lifetimes, will never have a shot at the college football playoff. It's just not the way it's designed and the way the scheduling work. It just won't happen. So what is the next best thing for me as an East Carolina Pirates fan?
Beating NC State.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Took the words right out of my mouth. Beating NC State. That's what I live for in regards of the East Carolina Pirates. Beating NC State. That's all we got. And for teams out there who have championship aspirations each year and who plays in a formidable conference, the Big Ten, each year, I cannot even imagine the frustration of not only are we not even winning the ship, man, we can't even beat our rivals. I stepped on this, and I didn't mean to step on this. What I was getting ready to say, getting back to what you was talking about with Tar Heel basketball fans, as we both are. And maybe it's because we don't win a fair amount of championships, but I'm going to speak for myself, but I don't think I only speak for myself. Now, of course, yes, you want to go to March Madness and you want to win the tournament. But I'm going to put a hypothetical out there to Zone Land, you, anybody else. If you had to pick one, you could only pick one, would you rather get a championship every year, or would you rather beat Duke every year? Right? I'm going to go first. My answer is I'd rather beat Duke every single year because, Big V, we have had stretches in college basketball where they swept us the both times that we played one another. And it's not a good feeling. I think we had a stretch, not as long as Michigan and Ohio State, but we would have about a good, during the down years, we would have about a good 2-year drought where Duke just owned us in college basketball in the head-to-head matchup.
And it was hard.
And it hurts.
It was hard.
It hurts, man.
Yeah.
You know,
like, it was a tough time.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's tough because it's like you start looking at Roy at that time. You start looking at Roy Williams like, yeah. You got a championship. That's cool, and that's us being a spoiled fan base. I get that, but man, college ain't nothing if you can't stick it to your rivals in the midst of doing that, man. That's all I got.
I agree. I'm gonna tell you like this, Corey. If he win, I feel like this, right? The only thing that's saving his job now, and I'm gonna leave it at this, is him beating Ohio State. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man.
If he beats Ohio State, man.
We'll see.
If he beats Ohio State, that will save his job, you know.
But that's it.
That game, yeah. You had to beat Ohio State and, you know, win the Big Ten.
You know, man, right. You know, the other night, I was watching some NBA.
Yeah,
and,
love the NBA.
Of course, you know we love the NBA. You know what I mean? I was watching the NBA. And I don't know why, you know, I just started just thinking about, like, just all the dope sneakers that have came out of the NBA alone, dog.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to get, like, at least your top 3. Now, it ain't even got to be a top. But I want to know some of, like, your favorite NBA sneakers, man. I want to know. And I don't, you know, and we are excluding Jordans on this topic. People out here in the zone land. No Jordans, of course.
Yeah.
That's by default, right? We talking about, you know, the other joints, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the other fire joints that have came out of, because it's been some, me personally, it's a lot more of other players' sneakers that I like than Jordans. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. It's some that have not, you know, had that much prestige as MJ.
Yeah.
And I think MJ's who he was kind of like prestige the sneakers a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, you know what I mean? But I want to know, man, some of your fire sneakers that came out of the NBA, man.
Oh, bro, I want to dig back in the crates with this one here, man.
Let's do it. You from my era, baby. Let's go.
You know, this is arguably one of my favorite shoes of all time.
Okay.
The Charles Barkley's. When he was with Phoenix, they had partnered with Nike Air Max back when he was with the Phoenix Suns. And those shoes, I remember those was the first big ticket sneakers that I've ever had, right?
Okay.
Obviously, I'm a kid. I can't afford none of that stuff, right? And so I asked my mom and my dad, they was like, well, what you want for Christmas? And normally I'm like I'm a gadget guy. Like I like video games or consoles or bikes or, you know, stuff like that. I'm not really into fashion. I'm still not really into fashion, right? You know, the thought of me dropping $200 or $140 on some shoes is kind of like, you know, but again, we talked about this a few podcasts ago. I did have an era where I was really heavy into sneakers at one point in time until I started working. I had to start paying for them for myself. And they looked at me puzzled. My parents looked at me puzzled. They was like, bro, you want shoes? I said, I got to have these shoes, man. I said, I got to have them. And there was $140 because anytime the Air Max, they're like $140 off rip.
And are these the ones with the that came in the purple and black with the air bubbles?
Yes.
God damn it, man.
And I had my pair. And let me tell you how much I love those sneakers, Big V. I did not have a purple or orange shirt to wear with it at all. Let me tell you something, Big V. I would wear them shoes with anything. Anything. I'm talking about, man, when I got those shoes, it was like heaven just opened up and I saw Jesus Christ himself and he said, my son, here are your Charles Barkley's. I don't remember all of my Christmas gifts that I've ever gotten, but I definitely remember those. Those are probably one of my favorite NBA sneakers. I wish I could find a pair in my size now not used. And even if I could find them, I probably wouldn't want to pay for them.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have to hit you up a little later on them joints, you know what I mean? Because here's the ironic thing. I just looked up a pair like a month or two ago because I never had that pair. I want that pair to this day. I always wanted that pair. I've had Barclays, and I still, matter of fact, like I got two pairs now, but dang those.
Yeah, the ones I'm talking about, they had the purple swoosh with the tongue overlapping the shoe.
I already know.
And the dog, man.
They be like,
I wish I at least still had the box. I wish I had the box. I wish I know what I knew now.
They be like 180 to 220 now.
That's actually
not bad. That's what exactly. That was my thoughts.
I was thinking it was gonna be like $500 or $600.
No,
I can't pay that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to send you the link. You know what I mean?
You might need to slide that. Slide that. Pause. And I'm gonna get real quick into my second one that I like. Them damn Patrick Ewings. Oh my gosh. The Patrick Ewings. Dude. Let me tell you something, man.
I almost walked off set again.
Bruh. Them Patrick Ewings was crack. Okay. And I never had a pair. I never had a pair.
Me either,
and
man.
you know one of the things that I liked about the Patrick Ewings? They used to come with the number 3 basketball. The number on the side,
yes. Connected to the shoe. Fire. Let me bro. Oh my God.
I asked somebody who had a pair back when we was in Rochelle Middle School. I said, man, look, can I just buy the basketball off that shoe? He looked at me and told me to get out of his face, asking him something crazy like that. And I respected that. I just had to shoot my shot. Them damn Ewings, oh my damn. That dude, crazy.
Bro,
killer.
I'm telling you.
Killer.
Like, and here's the thing too, real quick. Like my uncle had a pair. This was before I could like read good. So I'd be seeing, I would see, he would take them off and I could see his sneaker from the back paws. You know what I mean? And like it would say Ewing, EWING on the back, so I couldn't read. I used to call them air wings or something. Like he got them air wings. What is air wings, yo? What are the air wings, yo? I couldn't read. I couldn't read. Like they got some air wings.
Don't feel bad, because I used to call them the same thing. I told my parents, I said I want some Patrick E-wings.
Yeah.
I know it was Ewings. Yeah. I used to call them E-wings. Straight up, I want me some Patrick Ewings. I ain't know how to pronounce that man's last name, but I knew them shoes was hot. I knew that much.
Fire, bro. They had the 33 on the side, on the back or something. Oh man. You remember he was rocking them MIG in the game too to match the jersey?
Yeah. Yo. Yeah, you're 100% right. Like, obviously, Jordan gets the most props or whatever, and this is definitely not knocking Jordan. I'm not about to get canceled on that. Nah. But I'm telling you, there was some other good ones out there that they ran amok. They ran amok, dude. I'm telling you right there. Now, what's some of your favorite ones there?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was gonna say the Ewings, man.
I
was gonna say the Ewings. You got me on the Ewings, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, I went to a video shoot of my people's True Consequences out of K-Town, you know what I mean? And my homeboy Mike, he had on the pair. He had on the black joints. And I'm talking about this was like last year. I said, bro, you got on the Ewings, bro. These joints tough. Still had the basketball on the side. Court, I'm telling you.
Wow.
I said, bro, where did you find these? He had to put me onto the link, you know what I mean? Like I had to start following like the Patrick Ewing shoe page on Instagram, and then I tapped in even further and found out like they still get released. You just got to order them. You got to go to the site, and they got.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna link you, bro. They got so many different colorways now. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. And here's the other thing too that you might not know that's so dope about Ewing and his brand. They be doing different styles of the shoe with different celebrities. So like at one time, for example, don't know if you know, but you remember The Wire, right?
Yeah.
Snoop, the girl from The Wire, Snoop.
I remember Snoop.
She has a Ewing shoe. She had a Ewing collab shoe. They be doing different collab. That's what I'm saying. They be doing different collabs with different people. Like they have right now. They have a Capone and Noriega Ewing out. No lie. It's dedicated to the War Report cover. It's camouflage. It's camouflage. Camouflage Ewings. Fire.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Fire.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna have to send you the link, man, so you can follow them, bro. Like it's on Instagram.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah. Yo, Ewing, if you're seeing this, it's free promo, man. Send us a box. We promoting you, you know what I mean? We promoting you.
And if I can't get the shoe, can I at least get the miniature basketball? Never had that.
Hey, look, size 11 and a half for my dog. Well, for me, I don't know what my dog need, you know what I mean? Hey man.
Hit me up in that 13 and we good.
Hey, we
all day.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tag you. But you know, like can we bring up the Dennis Rodmans?
Ooh.
With the backwards Nike. With the backwards Nike.
I forgot about that.
What?
I forgot about that. When I totally forgot about that.
With the backwards Nike check, dog.
Wow.
The Rodman joints.
I totally forgot about that.
With the backwards Nike on the toe. That was crazy back then.
Wow.
You remember he had the black and white joints when he played for the Spurs? That was crazy back then. That was crazy. The Rodmans was crazy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? We can't forget about, bro, the Jason Kidd. The Zooms.
Ooh.
The Zooms was fire. Jason Kidd, look them up. The Nike Zoom joints was fire, bro. I still want to pair
look that one up because I don't think I remember that one. I'm gonna have to look that one up there.
Bro, please look up the Jason Kidd Nike Zoom joints. Fire. I mean, fire, bro. Straight fire. Of course, what would it be? What would this podcast be if we don't bring up the Jerry Stackhouses?
Of course. Of course.
Come on.
Kinston's own, 252's own, you know.
You already know, man. The Stackhouses was fire. He had about 3-4 kind of them joints. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, he sure did. That's another one I forgot about.
Yeah, man. Of course, the Penny Hardaways, the phone posits, we know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But
yeah.
My last two, man, I want to reminisce on. I really used to like those Gary Paytons, man.
I remember those.
With the strap and all that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I used to like the Paytons, bro. Payton was all right, man.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, man. And also, man, the Grant Hills was all right.
Okay.
I got a pair in the cut, you know what I mean? I bring out for the video sometime, you know what I mean? Or when I'm doing the show, I got, you know what I mean? Like the Grant Hills is all right, you know what I mean? I just wanted to, you know, just give some love to some, you know what I mean? Some other sneakers that you know, some of the younger audience that might tap in might not be familiar to. Some of the older audience might be going crazy when they hear this and be like, "Oh man, I had those." You know what I mean? Yo, them joints was fire. And I know we leaving out a lot. We just tapping in. I could go.
Oh, it's so many.
The Kevin Garnett's when he was with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Woo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Pippins with the arrow on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Chris Webber's, all that. You know, we could go on, man, but yo, shout out, man. Listen, let's shout out the NBA, man, just for the sneaker culture, man.
Word up, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, that's life. You know what I'm saying? Like
life.
I mean, it's such a good brand to tap into, you know, as a player, to just like really have your own brand. I mean, I would almost say that the NBA players as a whole, especially Jordan and others, they was really the first one to kind of have the term branding You know, with your own shoe, man. Like that was part of the deal. Like you go to the NBA, you worth anything, you're gonna get a shoe deal.
Hey, that's the first thing you want to do when you playing the video game.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get my own sneaker. Yeah. I mean, thanks, yo. I remember just watching the playoffs and Pippen coming out there and those sneakers that had air written on the side, and I just kept staring at them running up and down the court. What the fuck are those? What are the? Nothing was like that during that time. Nobody was doing that. Like, you know, Rodman came with his style with the back with Nike check and all that, and Peyton with the strap. We can go on about different styles, you know what I mean, or whatever. Even with the foam posits, how they look, you know what I mean. It was some trend-setting shoes. But man, when I tell even with the Sean Kemp's, the kamikazes, don't get me started. Trend-setting shoes. But man, it was something about Pippen and those Airs, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like during that time when I was a kid. Like I don't know. It was just something about it. You know what I mean?
Analyze them shoes, man. Yeah,
man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have to do another. Maybe next podcast we can break down. You know what I mean? The sneakers that came out of the NFL too, because some sneakers came out of the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Don't sleep, man. But show, man, we about to jump into this new segment we got. You know what I mean? Called What the Hell?
Can't wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
And I got us some sound effects, Corey. I forgot to put them on my phone, man. I promise you, next time I'm bringing the sound effects out.
Hey,
I downloaded some.
Better late than never, baby.
I downloaded some just for this segment. You know what I mean? Called What the Hell? Brought to you by my boy Corey. Corey, what the hell? Cool C. Smith, baby. You know what I mean?
COOL, what the hell?
You know what I mean, Corey? You know, this segment is going to be about what the hell sports moments that's going on in the sports world, Corey. So, do you got a what the hell moment for us that happened maybe this week or something, man?
Yes, I do. And I'm about to piss some people off. You know. This COOL what the hell moment is brought to you by my damn self. And it is it's gonna upset some folks because this sport is something that everybody is passionate about. I have gotten into heated debates with best friends, co-workers. I don't really speak to my enemies that much. I don't know who they are, but typically, I come out of this with people not really liking me too much. So I'm gonna start off the what the hell moment with college football, and this is going to be totally directed specifically towards ESPN and Fox Sports 1, and Cincinnati Bearcats. Now, I'm gonna layer this up real quick, because I'm not necessarily going at Cincinnati as much as I'm going so for these analysts, people of Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and, you know, people who don't really see what they need to see. So I'm going to help you out. Cincinnati Bearcats. I was watching the college football playoff countdown last night. There's a brother up there by the name of Joey Galloway. I have huge respect for this man.
Absolutely.
He's a brother. For all those who don't know, he's a black man doing this thing. And I'm gonna paraphrase, but he said that the Cincinnati Bearcats was disrespected last night. Disrespected. And I said, well, let me dig into this a little bit deeper. And what do you mean by disrespect, Mr. Joey Galloway? I don't know. He's not here for me to ask. So, of course, your boy COOL, what the hell, is going to take it the only way that he knows how. Mr. Galloway, my brother from another who I love so dearly. I look forward to seeing him every Tuesday and his college breakdowns and the college football finals when I'm still up at about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning on ESPN. He knows more about college football than I will ever care to know. You know, says Cincinnati was disrespected by the college football committee. Well, Mr. Galloway, I tend to disagree with your statement, sir. Not only was they not disrespected, I felt like the college football committee did a good job putting them where they at. Now, you may say, hey, well, where is Cincinnati ranked right now, Corey? Oh, good. I'm glad you asked. Right now, Big V, Cincinnati is ranked number 6. think it's about right. In the Associated Press polls and the coaches poll coming into last night, Cincinnati was ranked number 2. Really? You're really ranked number 2? Now, again, I'm so deep into sports, sometimes my head is above water and I can't see straight. So I use my lovely, beautiful, sexy, talented wife to balance me out when it comes to this stuff here. And so what she said was inspiration to the segment that you created, but that I'm going to push forward with. And the first thing she said, Big V, was when the polls came out, the Associated polls came out last week. She said, how is Cincinnati number 2? I said, you know what, wife? That's a damn good question. How are they ranked number 2? Because, college football isn't fair. Touche. I totally understand that. And I'm gonna go a bit deeper with this. Just sit tight with me for a few minutes here. I'm gonna pull up the Cincinnati Bearcats schedule of this week. Now, it's also to note the conference that they're in. They're in the same conference that my beloved East Carolina Pirates are in.
Okay.
We already done spoke about, hey, the championship, man, it's not really going to be in the book, so you got to kind of settle for beating your rivalries and stuff like that. Right. All right, Big V, I'm going to round out the Cincinnati Bearcats, who Joey Galloway and others thinks that, even Joel Klatt thinks that they're disrespected. Miami, they beat Miami of Ohio. All right. Big V, September the 11th of 9/11. RIP to everyone who was lost a loved one on 9/11. But on 9/11, Big V, they beat Murray State. Right. Okay. Gotcha. We can move on. Now, Big Vito Corleone, they played Indiana, who is a formidable Big Ten opponent, mid-tier, right? Okay, cool. You play someone out of college, out of conference, and you played them at Indiana. That was a good win. Wasn't a bad win. It was a good win. So normally, Big V, you know this better than anybody. In college, when you beat a mid-tier person, especially for you from a small conference like me and ECU is from, beating people in these big conferences, it does hold weight. Yeah. But the next thing you want to do is after you beat Indiana, you want Indiana to go on a freaking tirade. You want them to go ahead and go for it. But Big V, that too did not materialize for the Indiana Hoosiers. Allow me to digress. Big V, Indiana has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. They have 6 losses this year, Big V. Indiana, the team that they beat, all right? Indiana lost to number 18 ranked at the time, Iowa. Big Ten, I got you. But Indiana, now they beat Idaho. They beat them 55-14, Big V. Obviously, they lost to Cincinnati. We just went over that. But Indiana, woo-hoo-hoo. They got a big win over Western Kentucky, Big V, 33-31. All right, fine. They lost to Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State, and Maryland. So that win over Indiana, while it is respectable, that's not anything that's going to catapult you, or should. But obviously, I'm wrong because the Associated polls and the coaches poll thought that was too good enough to put them in number 2. But we're not done. We're off of Indiana. Let's go back to Cincinnati because, see, I hear the rumblings, and I know how this works because this annoys me because this is how it went for the University of Central Florida back in 2016. But we're not there yet. I'm jumping ahead. Let's get back to the Cincinnati Bearcats, who was disrespected per Joey Galloway. They went on the road and they beat Notre Dame. That is a good win. That is a hell of a win. That is awesome. I give you props for attempting to schedule outside of your conference. And I know they did that with Indiana, and Indiana just did not hold up their end of the bargain. I would give you that. But at the end of the day, facts are facts. Now, let's see. So they beat Notre Dame. Oh man, oh man, wow. 52-3. Man, they beat down Temple. That's a conference opponent. I know, because ECU loses to them more than I care to. Yeah. But they beat Temple. Oh, what's another one? The University of Central Florida. We're gonna get back to them in a minute. Okay. They beat Navy and they beat Tulane. Now, Big V, there's nothing left on the schedule to boost up the Cincinnati Bearcats schedule.
No,
it is not. And I get it, because you got to play your conference game. That's automatic, right? And so, Big V, I'm going to list the names of the teams that are left. 4 games left, Big V. Tulsa. Right. South Florida. Right. Southern Methodist University. If this was back with Dupree and the boys back in 83, Big V, yeah, but it's not. So, right. And my beloved East Carolina Pirates, who stink this year. That's all they got left, Big V. So I say all that to say this. I'm not going to get on the fans because that's your job to do this, right? And it's number 2. I think number 6 is perfectly slotted to where they at, because where they are at now, they are going to need some help to get into the playoffs. But man, listen, I know it ain't that easy. I know it's tough, and for all I know, they may be in works of doing this. But if you don't feel like your conference is strong enough to compete for the top 4 spots, you need to either switch a conference or go to a tougher one. Or, which I'm not totally against, expanding the playoffs. Expand them. I don't know about 12, and I don't know about automatic qualifiers. It's just I don't think just because you win your conference that that should automatically bump you in. I don't think. I think they should still keep the format. Just add 8 teams and have it be the 8 best teams. If you want to argue that, that's fine. But let's just say hypothetically that everything stopped today, Big V, and we had an 18 playoffs. You would be in. But it's not, because you're not playing in a good conference, and the opponents you're playing is just not good enough. Now, let's do a little bit of history here, Big V. And this really grinded my gears. And I will hate this team forever. A real good friend of mine, I'm not going to throw his name out there, him and I had a spirited debate years ago, back in 2017. You may say, hey, what in the hell is so special about 2017? Well, Big V, one of the teams that I rattled off, the University of Central Florida, who is part of the American Conference. Not a good conference. I don't care what nobody got to say. You know, it ain't Power 5. We know that. It's the group of 5. Big V, University of Central Florida went undefeated that year, Big V.
Yep.
And they felt like that they were screwed out of being in the top 4.
Yep.
Well, Big Vito Corleone, and anyone in the zone land that's listening, I'm here to tell you that if that's what you think, you need to see a psychiatrist. Them guys did not get screwed out of the top 4. Let's play a game of who they played that year. All right, Big V, I'm glad you asked. Big V, the year is 2017. The marching University of Central Florida Knights is about to go on an undefeated season. First opponent, Big V, 61-17. Who was that opponent, you may ask? Florida International. Right. Okay. Next game. This is legitimate. I'll give them a smidge of credit. They played at Maryland and they beat Maryland. Big Ten opponent. You're scheduling outside of your conference. Okay, cool. I'm not 100% sure what Maryland did that year, but it doesn't matter. This segment is already going to be too long anyway. I'm going to keep moving. All right, after Maryland, Big V, we got Memphis. Moving on, Big V. We got Cincinnati. Conference opponent. It is, hey, the conference opponent, it is what it is, Big V. I don't know what to tell. I mean, we're moving on. My beloved East Carolina Pirates. They laid the smackdown on us 63-21. I hate them just because of that alone. Even though it's not their fault that they kicked our ass that much, I still don't like them. All right, fine. Okay, enough about the ECU. Navy, okay, conference opponent. They're in the American Athletics Conference. That's 31-21 against Navy. All right. Okay, all right, fine. All right, cool. All right, Big V. They laid the smackdown 73-33. Austin Presbyterian.
Come on.
Now, keep in mind, this is the year that my boy and everybody who cared to listen said they got screwed, I tell you, out of a national championship game. But we're not done. We got SMU again, conference opponent. Got the University of Connecticut football team, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot they had a football team. Temple, South Florida, and then in the American Athletic Conference Championship, they beat Memphis in 2 overtimes. Oh, but hey, man, you know what, man? Look, listen, you guys were undefeated. Man, yo, we're going to give you a New Year's Six Bowl. To ECU fans such as myself, who will probably never win a national championship from the college football playoff, the bowl 6 games, the New Year's Six bowl games, that's what you aim
That's
for.
what you want.
That is the lesser expectation. That is that's what you want, right? They got it. They went to the Peach Bowl that year, Big V.
Yep.
And they beat Auburn.
Yep.
They beat Auburn 34-27.
Quality win.
Quality opponent. Great season. I'm sorry. Your schedule just was not good enough. I don't know what to keep telling people. Oh, but see, we're not done. Because see, again, fans are going to be fans. Sometimes people like to do hot takes. I'm not saying Joey Galloway is doing that. I just thought he overreacted. But Big V, you may or may not remember. I can't remember who won the college football playoff 2017. I'm going to assume it was either Alabama or Clemson. That's one of the two. Okay. Yep. But Big V, the University of Central Florida said, no, we're the national champions.
I remember that.
Big V, these people, these group of people,
they did
took out an ad in the newspaper.
They did.
Said that they was champions and had a parade, Big V.
They did.
They had a parade.
They
so
did.
Let me get this straight. So you go through the likes of Florida International, Austin Presbyterian, and UConn and Temple, and you're the national champions? Let me tell you something, Big V. I'm gonna slide back over to Cincinnati. Look, man. I slide back over to Cincinnati because I see the parallels in this. These teams are in the American Athletic Conference with my ECU Pirates. The conference is not good enough, currently constructed, where they're only letting in 4. Okay. With Cincinnati being at 6, you are in essence getting a legitimate shot at getting in the top 4. Now, obviously, things have got to happen for you to get there, but you're in the midst. Big V, it ain't like they got them ranked number 13.
Yeah.
You know, where you it ain't that. I think the 6th ranking is extremely fair. That is my COOL what the hell moment of people overreacting, saying that they should be number 2. Stop it. No, they should not.
Stop it, Joey Galloway. What the hell, Joey?
Stop it. What the hell, Joey Gallo? And you're my guy, and I love Joey. Joey, what the hell, man? Stop it.
I ain't gonna lie, Corey. I saw it when he said that, and I thought, no. You're lucky you at 6, to be honest. You need to be glad to be here with that weak ass strength of schedule you got. Stop it. Stop it. And I would think,
and I give you Notre Dame.
I watched that game. Great game. I was impressed with Cincinnati. No lie. But
and you know what? And had Indiana not dropped the ball, I give you that.
Yeah. But still, no. That would be the only ones I would give you, and I still wouldn't say that you deserve to be. Listen. You're not going to be in the play. You're not going to be in those playoffs, dog. Not until they expand them. You're just not. You're just not.
Right.
Not when you putting up against other people's strength of schedule. I'm sorry. You're just not.
Yeah.
6 is a great place for Cincinnati. Great place.
And you know what, real quick, I know we're about to wrap on this subject. I hope, and it's probably going to end up happening. I don't mind the expansion of the playoffs. I don't think it should be 12. I'm fine with 8. If you want to do 12, that's fine. But can we please get rid of the automatic qualifiers? Just take the best 8 to 12 teams and call it the day. Because winning this conference is not the same as winning the SEC conference or the Big Ten. Right. It's just not. Right. It's not. I'll even give you the Pac-12. It ain't the same. So you can't sit up here and say, well, we won this conference, so it automatically gets in. I feel that way about college basketball. There has been times where our North Carolina A&T Aggies have had a hellaciously in a good way season, but you know what? We did not win the MEAC tournament. So bye.
Yeah,
Somebody got
hot
for
saying.
4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
no automatic qualifiers. Take the 8 to 12 best team to call it today. And Cincinnati, you'll be fine playing Austin Presbyterian in Miami of Ohio. You'll be good.
I feel you're right. What the hell, Joey? You know what I mean? Get it together, man. You know what I mean?
Get it together, baby. Let's go.
You know, man, this NBA season has just started up, right?
Yeah.
But Corey, man, a lot of players have been just showing out early. Teams have been showing out early. I mean, like it's some guys out here who have just been working on their entire game the entire summer and off season, Corey.
And it's showing.
It's showing, man. I want us, man, to talk to the Zone Land about who our predictions are going to be for most improved players. Not MVP. We're going with the MIP this time. Right. Most improved players. These are our predictions for this season of 2021-2022, right? Corey, I want you to go first, man. Tell me, who do you have on your list? Give me one guy who you think is going to bring it home, and then give me an honorable mention.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. I was like, I got two. Okay. My guy, former Laker, Lonzo Ball. I love what this guy is doing in Chicago.
Okay.
I get it. The points per se may not reflect that he is a point guard, okay?
Uh-huh.
This guy has improved on his 3-point shots. He has become more assertive and not laying off like he was when he was with the Lakers. And I'm telling you, I thought that he was going to borderline be a bust. You saw promise of him when he played with the Pelicans. Yeah. But man, you could tell the game is starting to slow down for him right now. And I tell you what, man, I know he's a big old loud mouth and all that, but man, LeVar Ball, man, he's calling it. He's calling it right now.
Hey,
you see what LaMelo is doing in Charlotte? You seeing what Lonzo is turning into in daggone Chicago? And his dad has been quiet.
Has his brother been picked up? I heard the brother get picked up by the Pistons.
They had him. They had him on Charlotte, and I think they waived him. Can't remember.
Oh, Charlotte? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if he got picked up yet. I don't know if he got picked up. I know Charlotte had waived him, or whatnot. So I don't know. But if I'm his brother, dude, stick around, okay? Like that name Ball is about to become synonymous with basketball. Like, dude, you're going to be able to have a job just off the strength of what your brothers is doing. I would say, I can't remember his name. Is it? I can't remember. Leangelo, my brother, hang in there. Keep grinding. I know it's cliche. Keep grinding, even if it's in the G League. Keep grinding. Keep playing, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all Ball brothers is starting to look real good right now. Pause. Okay.
Pause.
But
Yeah,
Lonzo is, I'm telling you, that would be my guy off rip. That would be my guy off rip. My honorable mention, not saying that he had fallen off anything like that, and I think he may have been stifled in the system. DeMar freaking DeRozan.
I like
man,
that. I like that.
That guy has balled out again in Chicago. Chicago is cooking. Chicago is cooking. I don't know what type of run they're going to make. I don't want to jump out the window, but they got something going on down there, buddy. And I'm telling you, when Zach LaVine, I think he's out. When he comes back, man, those are my honorable mentions, man. Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan, man.
And they still got Kobe White over there too, not to mention.
Fellow Tar Heel.
Absolutely. You know, man, Corey, I've been watching a lot of this guy I'm about to name. And this guy, he impressed me last season, but he is blowing me away this season, man. Bro, I think Tyler Hero might win Most Improved.
Okay. Been balling in Miami this year.
He has been balling, Corey. He recently went on record and said that he felt he should get the same respect, and he was just as good as Luka and also Trey Young. He was on record of saying that. And when I heard that, I was like, get the fuck out of here. No, you're not. You're nice. But let me tell you, man. No, he's showing it. He's talking the talk and he's walking the walk. Corey, I want to read you some of his stats from the last 5 games. Here go his stats for the last 5 games, Corey. 25 points, 22 points, 26 points, 14, 13. Those games, he's also averaging anywhere between 4 to 8 rebounds, Corey. Mind you, Corey, I'm going to read off his 3-point percentages for the past 5 games. 50%, 50%, 66.7%, 16.7%, and 33.3%. Corey, he has been lights the fuck out. Understand what I'm telling you. He has been lights the fuck out. People out there in the zone land, Corey, if you get a chance, please catch a Miami Heat game and watch Tyler Hero. He is doing amazing things, dude. Amazing things. I promise.
And you know, he had a good run, and I know people are going to discount it, but he had a good run in the bubble that year.
Didn't he though? Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That
was the guy. As a Lakers fan, I was kind of like, "Woo!"
You got to watch.
I don't get hot.
And for real, if the other guy who was the shooter didn't get hurt, would have been a different series, man. Because he was a shooter.
It would have. I agree.
I forgot his name. Say that. Man, that would have been a different.
Well, you had what's the name? Is it Robinson? Is it Brandon or Duncan Roberts? I can't remember, but there was another shooter there.
Yeah. Duncan Roberts. Yeah. The other tall kind of like white guy. Yeah. But they had another one that got hurt. I can't forget his name. He played the guard and he was nice too, but he was out. But Tyler Hero, man. He's talking the talk. He's walking the walk, man. I promise you.
Hey,
he is doing.
You can talk it long as you can walk it. And he's been walking.
And I want to tell you, man. You know, we talked about strength of schedule. I'm gonna read you these 5 teams that he's played against.
Okay.
Last night was Dallas. Saturday was Memphis. Friday was Charlotte. Wednesday was Brooklyn, and Monday was Orlando. I mean,
there.
Hey, man. Hey, listen.
Scrubs there.
He's definitely my number 1 for most improved. My second one is my dog Bridges down there in Charlotte, man. My dog Bridges down there in Charlotte, man. He's been showing out this season already.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If Tyler don't get it, I need my guy Bridges down there in Charlotte to get that thing, man. You know what I mean? Definitely would deserve for everybody that we mentioned. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Know what I mean? Yo, man. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. You know what I mean? We hope y'all enjoyed our podcast. You know what I mean? You know how we coming, man. We coming with the different topics. You know what I mean? To get you know what I mean? To get your head scratching. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I ain't even thought about that. Oh my God. Yeah, man. We, you know what I mean? We doing all that, keeping y'all updated too on what's going on out here in the sports land. You know what I mean? Yo, man, Corey, I appreciate you, man. You already know how we doing it, man.
Likewise, my brother.
Each and every week, bringing that heat. We almost at episode 30. This is crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boy, ripping and running.
We killed, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody supporting us on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Much love.
You know what I mean? On social media, watching the clips and all that. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. I seen y'all in the comments saying y'all love the podcast. You know what I mean? I get a lot of people on social media just saying they love the podcast. They love watching the clips. They love tuning in and we talking about all that, man. We're going to keep it going for y'all, how we be keeping it going, man.
Word up.
You know what I mean? Hey, Corey, man, hope you have a better week this week, man. You know what I mean?
We will, man.
Definitely, man. Yo, we're going to speak it into existence. We're going to have a better week all together, you know what I mean? And hopefully, you know what I mean? We can meet back here, Lord's willing, next Wednesday and do this thing again. You know what I mean?
We'll be here, and man, and good luck on those house repairs, boy. Cause
yeah, man. Yeah, this thing it's gonna take almost a week for everything to get done. So hey, man, you know, hey, man, it'll be just how wifey wanted when it's done. That's what's most important, man.
There you go. That's what matters. As long as the wifey's happy, then that's all that matters.
Y'all already know, man. I'm gonna hit you up later on in the week, man, and check on you and see what's going on and talk this sports talk, man, and keep eye on keep eye on our Lakers, you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yo, you stay sucker and cover free, bro.